Yo. I hire Adom GH Media. Send any day di kan waba so ba be share video so anu akai say I over subscribe na or like no turn notification so on say dey be bibiba na ho be hia say no be sha ye de beto ha nso set me den akemi no ba be hwe e de na ekoso ai eye ye ni ankasa ye nua panya na say bra panya wadi kan o media space no mu ache no onim de nsuso eye me kire hwan a eye Okatakyie Afrifa Okatakyie Afrifa na efiti eyi bai de nsem a wo hwiegu abonten no nsem no mu odu na esa eyehu na nsem no nya beto ho sa me dikaka cho se me nko ntimi mfa me to ntana so se me no ma me hye na dia na ne waka nsem a waka ne de dooso nsem a waka ne no edooso nsem ne waka ne dooso na ebi ni sen o se eye June 4th revolution June 4th celebration no se mpanifo an stop here and spending for stop celebration na ensem obeji egu ho no this o mudwane ensem obeji egu ho no minim secret ko na yenua na kire fence references upon references video upon video to back ensem a okana ai wakasa na wa share video sunso ahodo minti na so yenti enkohwe video no mbra ni enkohwe no no ankasa yenkoti ono ankasa na didisem a odi ato abonten efa June 4th no because nsema waka de minim se eye se history no wakohwe se ye fani sen ye nsem ni sinisani a wono because nsema waka wo hwie agu ho no masa ano ohye yenko ni nkohwe video no e ba me de aka so aiden ato asna me ka osa hire Adom GH Media subscribe let's share let turn notification on my phone so nya bi hwe enkohwe video no mra e ba de aka
JJ Rollins so mo ye June 4th revolution ombe celebrity a Kofi yet kroma 31st December case bi wo ho your friend MPP versus a year IGP said the 31st December case wo ye ni ade no mo be celebrity MPP versus AG omo be celebrity ye 31st December court ne kan ni pain. Say in a democratic governance, we cannot be celebrating this nonsense. And look at 31st, a bloodless coup. I feel all of a sudden, President Kufuaba, what's it there? A yawum and people under Jesus Christ. The youth of this nation, and this all of a sudden, NDC wants to pretend as though we are democratic change. If you guys knew just some 30 years down the lane, some 40 years down the lane, the things that your fathers and your mothers went through in the hands of JJ, and then go for. Can you somebody NDC? Say a year revolution. Yes, celebrate June 4th. Near JJ Rollins, no, I quite know as an actor Rollins. Now, but see, democracy. How does June 4th has a place in a democratic governance? Ask them. Yanjani ajatum. Se ku nenye 66 DSC free fane kotuka de nenye. Tiantwentwene. Ana ne celebrate o mo de. Yanyina ni ajatum. Se de C79 June 4th ne enye 72. Yato aba amabuzia. Ene adu adakufu ado. Na ayi a champon. What babaji to me from the champon crow bua memuo papa in 7 to 8 years. Ono kura de celebrity.
More fire.
Yeah. Mobile 79. Nipa kuma. Kobi. Nipa lusu womo lives. Besi edru baby. Na fisher folks. Omuso omu consume a. Omu net no. Echi nipa. Nipa yakumo mo. Ewo kase ho. When you na training nim. E maba wani nim. Soja fu JJ Rollins kumo mo. Kobi. Obatan ya ne betue nufu anu oye judge. Yesi JJ say. Time of course oba a year May 15th ni ade no. Ye jankrofo wei. JJ. Ave mu nyina si ye nyaka. Ni asi yo yate. Ene ye beja aka. Ye mamra nche ni hu. Mo tworo curriculum ni history kwa. Mo yi sa ne o me nyina fu. Eti ha wo say wo ko uko school te say JJ kumuni ba. Ye ye frame bo a. Nya me kan ho asanka anim. Aha. What change in one? After one come on to move on. I've had baby on by a revolution, a June 4th. Now, JJ Banoko General Pajan and my father was, hey. What did June 4th for dear? You bet Kai Mount for June 4th for Yao. If I didn't know, Miracle Janka can't be. Instead, says speaker no. Obey uses her opportunity also who the daughter of a Medra comment who said it. The speaker should have had a great opportunity to speak to the people and say that such comments are not necessary. If we are a nation, we've all agreed. See a bit move on. Have a speaker and say me the daughter of a Medra. It's now you are dividing the nation.
Precisely so.
So one call shad waka and ye jebi dan ko traitor dia. And the doka made of a daughter of a Medra. Why born be? Is it not true say JJ Rollins was a Medra? Is it not true? National Reconciliation Committee report in the kind of findings they had against JJ Rollins. And Okra Rebecca Sikufu Abai. One no JJ no me no say. SIB report. Special Investigative Board. Report to appear in 1988 and no JJ netisono. Report no. When you see it, you'll be amazed. The things that JJ did. Killing people left, right, center. Final report of SIB. This is the investigative. When him says I report 20 coffee, almost she a whole your friend say a print house. Almost she no. Because they didn't want this report to come out. We pen moving a frame was Katichi Beji. I am best show. Nyama here Kwajuchi Captain Chikata. Any JJ Rollins here in Kuruma. All of a sudden, almost young Kianu. Mobianka was a fire. O Kumuya Kumonwanga Sanu Crop for Bibri. And no could do what a military a year bondasi, baby cocoon, judge and any adeno. Never or cook house. Now, no more call military nichima. Would do an alcohol and Yana was in Krugu. On your my judge, so a batten. Now, and your muko, or Momodu Soprano was that, or Muchua, no more kuno masho. Baby, our mo a Sicilia Quantriado, Justice Sicilia Quantriado, any Quabre Japon papa, any a year a Ibakui. Baby, almost she or Mukovi. Yes, for so many years, no home food. I never know. All of us are see a rim feet. And some best celebrity June 4th. Obia no best celebrity June 4th for best. I pretend it's a me and come once. Most celebrating what you become once. You back high mount for the course. In a democratic dispensation, how do we allow this nonsense to fester? President Kufobai, or by year National Reconciliation Committee, and was your dear Sinino, Mumiana Yanka, dear Hawabia, report in the National Reconciliation Commission report, Volume 1, Executive Summary. You better read some of the executive summary in watch it, and Yoma JJ Rollins here. More fire. You hear about JJ no Masam. Adebuga, Captain Adebuga. One on a JJ Yusu Numa, will come Pabri, and the one Muton, Adebuga no to Betino. More fire. JJ was such a person, said, oh, come Panokra, what Miss Mo be Manoko film, and Brandon Watanakas or one, Niaji, Riadmo, no Bajisu. And he said we shouldn't talk about it. As to whether or not I have a problem with JJ Kumunipano, it is my opinion. Sesebi Sebase cool now, yeah, and ya goody. So you need to kill people to survive. Either you kill or you are killed. Because only JJ Yachini Bekuno. But nobody is going to tell us, say, until JJ Bawan Kumunipa. What's Fidel Castro Pepe? Tell me Fidel Castro, or year cool first one 1930s movie. Or Janico a year Argentina, a Mexico. Or Koshia Ernesto Che Guevara. Or Camilo Fusiangu. When him saw almost a boy be a cool said a Boachija boy JJ year 79 cool no man. Omkofa a Fidel Castro by. Or we will come Camilo Fusiangu, or come a Ernesto Che Guevara in Bolivia. Yabaka has it. The same strategy na JJ nya 79 we use yi. Omo ebuan ali dujiwamo. Omo buan ma ne yeku. Do obo nyum yi. Medo mekwa medo foot na so akodugu nsan. Adma ko nyameche. O chesi ni out. O nyina won go ma JJ be yi. O kum bebre. Ali dujiwamo da omo ni omo ba. Wachi wo ku omo nyina da. Yes JJ me yanka. Edeba no no. Commodore your friend say papa ya so akobo bosia 50,000 and nay 5 cedi okuno adiaba no bosia o akobo bosia wo ye military ye commander no akobo bosia de asidan nyeso wa wi o man ni sika JJ Rollins kuno abe yes me yanka wasem yabeka Yebeka. Mo di June 4 for Yebeka. Yes, munya di. Na munya sa mu portrait Jeje Rollins say, wa me ye Captain and Krabby father che. Oni Jeje Rollins ne kwa chimota. Oni Jeje Rollins ne ko military. These are the remarks of a Captain and Krabby father che. Say when him so no crowd boy Jeje mani yeku. Oba ye Jeje sa in that time no. Omo try first one ye che Captain ko ye. Ye see ye try no. E wa bra na lawyer kura ni ho. Mutin ye can mutin ye che say treason. Military version of a treason. Wo ye ni ade no say ye me lawyer wo say o da bi lawyer ni wo cry ye bua no in the share detention. Jeje Rollins ba ya so pena so say ko yi no obeboa ne kakrama ne ye 1 2 3 wie ye. E wa no say wo yi ni free so. E dey ko share detention for 6 months. Ono anadamfo. More fire. Ah ono ne ko achimota. And mo se mi yanka. E beka. Captain and Krabby father teneka. Ne no asem. Ade be no. Ya tu kromo asi. Asojafo abua jeje bebre wo ko mo nyina da. Wo ko wo mo nyina da.
Pepe wo hini.
All of a sudden, JJ is a hero, the unsung hero. I yan can was yan can JJ was a General Utukamo, and then way, General Cote, then way, Omian Cano Cre. Eh? O Kumia Naminiano, not necessarily near celebrity JJ Kum, not military commanders. Bebre.
So,
When if someone can say, almost said that kum a general cote and a Sabbath friends, Joya Medome. Almost said that kum notness just because they wanted to balance the act, say, and yes, antiphone one Yukuno. There was no crime against him. But yes, then kumbi. Yangas and yes, antiphone one Yukuno for pound. And I can phone one Yukuno for pound. Mommy, I drink quite the water. Most celebrity June 4 for Rebecca was most celebrity Rebecca was Bobby. Menoka say, Mumusa Jeje Rollins a bush for so Mundi Mua. Nana Grandma Marans, what I say. Mumusano. A man, secretary be a near Swo. Now was sorry and Opana Castle, a Saturday what type Captain Krabby father Teneka. All type the tinting. I've been one Saturday and upon Lord. Walk or heard the annual. Yes, JJ Rollins in the Moja Yan one just watch unto a cortex. What would you ban what you call if you call your man? I never know. Oh, fire. Some saw you have some quality. What is a jai way in each other? Munyan say, more fire. Yanko fire bend them. Yanko NRC report. Page 30 of the National Reconciliation Committee report. Near head or Mukafa Jejo. Bobby Jejo Kumuyam on one Kasani Kurum for a year a Friday. Fetish priest. Okumiansa. Fetish priest. Bakuni dinde Togbe Akaku Ahiaku. With a report of the NRC, and you now you read the report, point 5741. Or say, the famous fetish priests from Volta region were abducted and murdered in apparently mysterious circumstances in the early part of 1982. Prior to the carbon copy abduction, murder and burning of the remains of the 3 high court judges and the retired army officer on 30th June 1982. In each case, the charred remains of the victim were found in the bushes a day or two after the abduction. It is the way can I say. In a year, JJ Rollins was a fetish priest to be a year voter. Now, when you bone, my kind bone natural. Or what you want me and send you a kumo. Or my hine, or my hinimwa. I dare save your mind and say, no, my hine bush any, I can revolution. I don't know, save you. And who come brimuno. I never know. What's a me and kite? Yabakai. Sapepe. JJ Rollins ye. And Omoka said the carbon copy style of the way Omudi Kun judges. Sapepe pen womu ye ya, Omudi Kun, sa a fetish priest me and say. Nayanja fetish priest, Omuya wire. Bakude the Togbe Akapo Ahiaku. Fetish priest and transport owner, popularly known as Yaya Boy, of Atijive in the Okatakyie district. His crime was that he was suspected to be plotting with others to use juju or fetish to kill the chairman of the NDC. PNDC. In the crime, you say almost suspected say, or the juju beku eye JJ Rollins and ye kochi na you kun no ye hye no
More fire.
de be no
Call.
of mo asem so ye nwene ho
More fire.
wo mo wie ye no nye ono kwa no mkun no togbepe fetish priest of eye chiame on the 24th of February 1982 by the same Medros gang. The modus operandi was the same and his body was burnt.
More fire.
Most of me can watch them because a JJ Rollins. Mombasa be can watch them the Munya revolution di. What did you catch them for them? It's a moment the PNDC. Yeah, no more transmographer mo ho. E P na free ho. E di NDC number. And internet the national security coordinator tewa. Ovi? Yes was say make Okatakyie. Makoka so ye dwoma ama boy. It as much as he can obekire me where power lies. National security coordinator ma me hwe ni muka asem kire. Me nsuro hwenwem. Na me nsuro wu. Me nsuro. Na me dro sa akwa na asem so ade wo kan ye ma akwa na betena ho se. Me no nsuro enu me minimum. Dia mo kan ye ate me kan no wasem a mo kan ate musim be seize me kan mo me seize na mo nko sa ban we na de kan no ma me kan bachi ana se kan no ye obi ye wia kan no dia ena obi na wia na me sa kan e ye be ko nipa no wo
Fire for fire.
asemo ma afia mama asemo ma waje so obi na wia kan no na me sa kan ye dia mimi wia kan no ena obi na wia na me sa kan obi a nwenu obi a kroni mu na menye jahene ba I'm telling you Obi Samson Daniel Kwaw Togbe Kwaku Akwe was arrested 26 February 1982 and taken to the residency ho extensively to meet Dr. Fiagbe the regional secretary. He went there, but before that when him say nya sa papa we ya to Fiagbe ya Dr. Fiagbe komu kuman hene no na yenko ni yenko hwa de o hwe 0.5749 was it the first port of call of the hired gang of killers on each occasion was the residence of Dr. Fiagbe, the regional secretary and representative of the PNDC in the Volta region. Indeed, Dr. Fiagbe admitted that he met them. Knowing the sort of person they were dealing with, the Medros showed Dr. Fiagbe little respect. They told him their mission. Powerless, he telephoned Flight Jerry John Rollins to find out if the swaggering band of killers had his authority. Tienye. Ono Dr. Fiagbe no. Time wa nkrofo jeje asoma muso mu nkoku no. E ba ye no. O Fred JJ Rollins say, "San nkrofo wo authority ana." Yenti. Flight Rollins, Lieutenant Rollins told him not to interfere. Tiedi wakayo JJ Rollins now ayi regional commander of the PNDC no a friend say nkrofobia ba ha omo ekoye nneoma ekokum nipa ne ade do they have your authority was it JJ Rollins ka chen say he shouldn't interfere now yenhwe the report in the kai Dr. Fiagbe then left them to carry on with their murderous intent where the report we was from the evidence abducted adduced before us, we are satisfied that these murders were carried out on the orders of the chairman of the PNDC. Where a report, you know, NRC report. But see this, or more findings, and JJ Rollins was there. Yankaya Debako. The only person Dr. Fiagbe was able to save was his uncle, Togbe Adalaja, paramount chief of Anlo, who had also been abducted and brought to Dr. Fiagbe's official residence. He was accused of being in league with the fetish priest. It was fetish priest in New Year. And Omukofa Togbe Adalaja, paramount chief of Anlo. So move kuna ka ho omede ba Dr. Fiagbe ho no but for the pleas of Dr. Fiagbe the gang would have dealt with him in the same short sharp and cruel manner. Instead they gave him a severe beatings. Now the report goes on to say the commission finds it surprising and extraordinary that a paramount chief should be subjected to such humiliation by these young men. JJ Rollins in a paramount chief of Anglo. Boy, sit me puno. Nani bromo ye. Answa omu wie ye no. And they were on Mamon Candy. Mamon Candy. What's it? All of a sudden, most of me and Kai de JJ ye. Yan Kai. Kai. Niama JJ ye. Omi aso kwa didi o. Obi. Omi aso kwa didi. Amatekwe. Wo be wo. JJ Rollins wanted Amatekwe to exonerate them. Eti Amatekwe wo JJ Rollins said no wo giving it up, thrown under the bus. Wo kwa na wo say wo the report a recorder e ko say Amatekwe enkase wo no na yes a crimes ni ade no on his own. Amatekwe is one can no we no can cry and can report ne capture no ha. The meaning of a year de ni nyina wa ha. JJ Rollins said no a say Amatekwe is one kasa no. Wo dimirika je recorder no e de best ne ko fan ko shooting range. Ana no akọ so ko kan say ko Amatekwe anka hwe.
More fire.
Mo say JJ Rollins mi anka. Dey na mi anka.
Teach them.
Dey na mi anka.
Teach them.
And now Mugabe say we should stop talking about national security coordinator and we'll be Bob Redrus and can say who Mugabe. She says we Steve one day said you was Steve so no first. Mugabe who akufo do Bob Redrus baby odru no. E dey na on kan kire. Mamu kan say munya abotre. And can focus on say mo atwishi. We are season 1 episode 7. We no baby 4 years is a long season. Why? Baby manfo nani. Ya dey anya kwase ane abo. We will let the people know the truth. Then they will decide what they want to do. Obi? Enti jeje du okumunipa. Hey! Okumunipa ba. Yanko ni yanko hwe SIB report. Yaka SIB a. Tama jeje kun ye judges no. There was a special investigation board where you're setting it up. So we investigated the kidnapping and killing of a year specified persons. And when you report in the habit. So I report we. Omu so waka asema beto. Ai, we kura me. We intimacy. We kura. National security dem bia betimi aye. Me Osman de ope bia betimi aye. Enya abotre na national security e beka adwa kire wo. Enya se bia national security tie nka adwa kire. Kwase ane abo ane nka. Na ye be putu we jab wonnan mu nya abotre na nko ho. Nya abotre. Why? Emfa emotions ma wo. Na we nya revolution o. We ma tworo krata koma all the embassies. Said de mo be ye nie. Why? International relations. I will trigger all the protocols because minimum beko. Timunya abotre. Obi. Report no oko paragraph 21 to paragraph 29. The kind of things in the report you'll be shocked. The Captain Kojochi Katamoye. We under JJ now 1988. So report we on one under JJ. It when yes will be MPP before the way. Okay, report no say. In spite of the evidence that the chairman of the PNDC, Flight Lieutenant Rollins, was a close associate of Captain America, and again, in spite of the clear evidence that the Fiat Companola, Egypt, which was used in kidnapping, was collected from the house of Mrs. Ajima Rollins. There was no evidence from the inference can be drawn. There was no evidence, but from the inference, it can be drawn that the chairman and his wife had full knowledge of the kidnapping and the murders. We under JJ Rollins. SIB report. Onwa, it's new been under JJ Rollins.
More fire.
Can't know your cocoon, you do quite simple for the cocoon by the Camono. I met a quemono. JJ Rollins, another quadrant, my Rollins, ni fear table, and another kiss in you. Naka is war. And almost say report and say from the inference, we can come to the conclusion that the chairman of the PNDC and the wife was in the known, had foreknowledge. You can't foreknowledge, that means they know him and son of medicine in it. I kidnap and I have a Muslim Yankian. When you say Muno, what kind of report now? Dear Captain Kojochi Kataye, most of the murders were on the orders of Captain Kojochi Kata. Precisely. Abi Yasamianka. Jeje mentor no. Poni ekosunyina. Momi aso kwa didi o. MPP no na jimie ne yetenasia. Yetimi hwe niema na NDC for tag ye. Ne tag ye. Ne akia no yake kan share any coach ye. Fa munsem hunu ni mu coach sem na mfi wa ho. Kokora ni nyina mkope mintra. Ni afa ya nchichire party mu fo. Party ya radicals bebem. Party. Radicals with knowledge. So Kofo e kan e be kan bi a kire omo. Omo ye memasem e be bi a kire omo. That is the kind of party we want. Bi ambase e be memasem de nyina fa ngoni nchichire man. Period. Exactly. Ya so nkwa didi. Dear Ben, I'm only so quite the Amo high against her. Eh? Obi? No, couldn't handle. Man for no cabby. One more cabby. I was saying 10. Once you show in the anenche. You give me a coin 4 hours. Hey, not only
19.
I was at 19. Hey, Gianlu baby. Cha mama. Who's going to be and your ma beka? Ya na you. Contempt because Kwasia abon ni munti on check.
5 hours ni mu 3 hours here Kwasia ni abo.
Sir.
That be intimate sir.
Go be we are cyber report here better Facebook.
More fire.
Na show no na yenya nwie show no kura no. 5,300 likes, 2,000 shares, 92,900 views, 10,000 plus comment. Yakoto.
More fire.
Timusum go to be wise. Ebeton bi ama.
More fire.
Omi anka no kura nkyere yem go bi. Yanka no kura wo. JJ Rollins was a murderer today. He was a murderer tomorrow. He was a murderer in the next years to come.
More fire.
Nobody will be allowed to whitewash. You speaker, when your opportunity, unite the nation. Tell them, say where you traitor near the who here, where you murderer near the who here. Of Masamon show. Huh? What quite John Taino? Akwara ka kire nso okun ni papa. Mommy asun kwa radio. Hey, enko for yaw shenko for mogobi. The kind of things that when people talk about JJ, chama twamuma, wo kroma.
More fire.
Ade say yes, a man holding your man. Ba for the ordinary side car to. Of you mo. Ko fobia. E na mo ma report no. Say wa ko fobia o yedai. Matescu. Oyi no twa ne ma. What did roll from JJ Rollins?
More fire.
After Muslim and Kanwe, Mam Rancher Mabawa. Some person ever candia. Revolution, Munya celebrity. We are in a democratic dispensation.
More fire.
Anything that reminds the people of a painful past, we must throw it somewhere.
Exactly. So,
other than that, we will continue to let the people know.
More fire.
What could you pin for the NDC? All of that has a munya. Not necessarily mukumo munya asem ketwa. Yeje we ya not necessarily mpe na asem no share that day a free holiday for Hajj. Why by? Sa na day ya. She de kumo mpapa.
More fire.
For asem so. Yanwe ho. Me na meka. Me say obi anwane nko ba bia. Yamba plan nyina so nya mete. E bi se nipa no nim se me ya de papa. National Security Coordinator Orosman. Yanko ni yanko hwe adebuga. JJ Rollins oboa no amani di bone. Yenti adebuga. Yenti no.
So the point is I feel guilty that innocent people, not only soldiers, the 260 people who got missing, most of them are there and other places which they know. You see, that doesn't mean tell me some of the other places. If you are going to the range, you understand, some of them are there, that Teshi range area. And if you are going to the airport, especially the Air Force boys, they call that place Agege. They were buried there discriminately there. You see, those Air Force boys were reckless. So,
they were buried indiscriminately. And this is a person who was there with JJ Rollins. The course in our Yahweh. Adebuga. One of Buama JJ Yeku. He literally did all the coup for JJ Rollins. Oba o chasing out. Adebuga. O chasing mo mo oni admakunya mecha mu kotena. Eye Cote d'Ivoire. Cote d'Ivoire san wo kwa bruchiri. An wo kano. They were buried indiscriminately. Yentie the entire second video. And then your production now we are solid. And now benya escape from what? And a match of 500 Ghana free. Papa. Yentie no.
He made a mistake and went and shot somebody who was related to Rollins. And then Rollins told me to go and shoot him. And I said, why? What has he done? It's called W2 Kingston or Kingsley. Kingston. Okay. So it was one Boachi who went and shot him. Called Boachi of Air Force. I called and he was shooting. So Rollins he made a mistake and went and shot somebody who was related to Rollins. And then Rollins told me to go and shoot him. And I said, why? What has he done? It's called W2 Kingston or Kingsley. Kingston. Okay. So it was one Boachi who went and shot him. Called Boachi of Air Force. I called and he was shooting. So Rollins he made a mistake and went and shot somebody who was related to Rollins. And then Rollins told me to go and shoot him. And I said, why? What has he done? It's called W2 Kingston or Kingsley. Kingston. Okay. So it was one Boachi who went and shot him. Called Boachi of Air Force. I called and he was shooting. So Rollins he made a mistake and went and shot somebody who was related to Rollins. And then Rollins told me to go and shoot him. And I said, why? What has he done? It's called W2 Kingston or Kingsley.
Jinaso. Me say Emrantie no. A reggae song go say, tell the children the truth. Exactly. Tell the children the truth right now. Tell the children the truth. Huh? We've been whining on the line praise for much too long. Rebel. Ave nyabotre, nientie Daniel. Nyabotre. Nientie okọ reconciliation committee. Sa akọ ya muhuni. One na JJ Rollins soma no. E ma no kọ feme nkrofo. E de ba na JJ Rollins hwe. Si ye kum nipa a wo hwe na ne gie no. Yentie.
Some civilians, children, with your mawak. Is that true?
That is wrong.
You have killed a border guard official, isn't that?
That is wrong.
You want to tell this commission you have never killed anybody?
If I've ever killed, then it was sanctioned by your boss, Flight Lieutenant Rollins.
It was what?
It was sanctioned by him.
Sanctioned by
Rollins, Flight Lieutenant Rollins. Let him come here and answer that.
You have killed some civilians, children, with your mawak. Is that true?
That is wrong.
You have killed a border guard official, isn't that?
That is wrong.
You want to tell this commission you have never killed anybody?
If I've ever killed, then it was sanctioned by your boss, Flight Lieutenant Rollins.
It was what?
It was sanctioned by him.
Sanctioned by
Rollins, Flight Lieutenant Rollins. Let him come here and answer that.
You have killed some civilians, children, with your mawak. Is that
where from the horse's own mouth? Kobi, any power what's in our call reconciliation committee, and some of Hokaini. Now, a branch and I know Bisano say it was cross examination time. Now we're impugning BB on a debuga. Sab debuga kumunipa. Was it a kumunipa? It was sanctioned by your boss, Flight Lieutenant Rollins. Nasa Riyad nan walk or you know. Or no nane ko. Eko video nkrofo de bama jeje hwe nkrofo ye ku mo o hwe wi an nani age no asere o si yan kai se je ye be kai on get out
more fire
ya mo dwene nyina menim obi say you guys don't understand what dictatorship is. No, when it comes to me, me say, as to whether I have a problem with what he did, JJ Rollins say, even innocent people who had nothing to do with the revolution, he killed them. So, me who entire revolution, or my yukuomo, yes, we are threatened by any person. What did I say? Me understand the power dynamics. Power is not a small game, but say innocent people are not when you're threatened by them. We are normal. Mosi yan celebrate JJ we a hero na omutimi ka say we should celebrate JJ because he gave us a year freedom. Nonsense to the highest degree. Nonsense to the highest degree. So it's like what you na obi abefa freedom. You can say fundamental human right agovi. These are human rights that are not given. You have to enjoy it. Right to life, right to this, right to that. Fundamental. Not JJ Rollins, but no freedom of movement. Obesizi. Or no necessity freedom. Or we are was me sizi biwa. No more bargain so. Hey JJ, am I freedom? My Jimmy. Jimmy.
More fire.
No, this man just say ya two abey liman. This man so me kunu metro. It was since mu freedom new year no. And was say kakra bi mamo. And money J. Say jeje amamu freedom. O mamu freedom say. You people will be uncomfortable, but we don't care.
More fire.
So
More fire.
There me ye jeje anya na busu afo fami court. The mamu me ye coward in here go to court.
More fire.
Obi, you be kind of cray. We tell the children the truth. Now, young could hear JJ Rollins and Kwaku Sachiado before so be woo. Kwaku Sachiado koye ni interview. Daniel, yes, I'll be doing ready, mammy. On one and no mutual king, JJ Rollins say, even General Free for Kono, he did not kill or can't be, he was being provocative. He was being provocative. Since when did somebody being provocative became a crime?
ask them.
More fire. More
Ask
fire.
them.
Since when? Second, yes. Where's first one, Mebwa? Wait, there be. Okay, so I don't know which of the videos you have, but Yanko. Okay, Nyabotre, I'll come to that and you play. Where's your second one? Our first one. Who try how many?
3.
Who try 3? Cornerbo first one. We who first one? I mean, who? Make a chero. What? Where you free fan? I do a kind of free fast. Yenti.
More fire.
Yenti.
Call.
Like, he will have to say more. And what did he say? He said Afrifa had been advanced a good load of money to wage a campaign against Champong's union government. Yes, at that time, I mean, things were pretty hot. And
No. Fami called the other one. Fami called the other one. Fami called remember how to. So I had the JJ Kenya and say, Afrifa. Now there was a certain general be war no JJ Abemu, and he feel threatened by Afrifa and the Asantis. JJ was very specific. Was it the general feel threatened by Afrifa and the Asantis because Asantis were more powerful? So Osheda no the Afrifa shame. But at some point, it was JJ no one year. What went to me among General Kurundi. He felt threatened by Afrifa, and he killed Afrifa. Send Afrifa a CIA agent, and the person the general wanted a linkage with the CIA. We have a kind of correct. Wapa munkume.
More fire.
Nyama sem.
More fire.
Webi.